Hey everyone, Michael here. Yesterday I started to talk to you guys about the support levels for the SPY and the NASDAQ, and it looks like we're trying to bounce here. So let's talk about it here as well as Bitcoin prices. So, guys, right here we have Bitcoin, and you can see we did bounce. We've been holding this trend line for quite a bit of time now. On the third attempt, we bounced. Fourth attempt, we bounced. So far, guys, we're looking good. And now we're about to break out, and that could actually launch us back up here above $17,000. The goal here is to actually get all the way back up to 17,622, a little bit higher, and those are those June lows. We're still on pace to do that, and one of the reasons we were talking about bouncing here was primarily because the NASDAQ and SPY were at some nice support levels here. So if you go over here to the SPY, you can see we did break down, but what were we talking about then? We were talking about all this economic data coming out next week. So if we were to break down, we're not going to see some type of large move. It'll be more of a sideways action here because people are going to be more worried about CPI data, Jerome Powell, and such. If we go over here and check out the NASDAQ, though, you can see we did try to hold a level of support, and right now we're just continuing to consolidate, again, going sideways because we already broke down as well. If I were to add this right there, you could see support, 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 breakdown, just like the SPY. We're going sideways now. Not the end of the world here. Most of you guys are probably going to be looking at as far as like this trend line for the NASDAQ. If we were to break down below that, that's when you start selling you get the emergency signals in. For all the economic data coming out next week, I think the big things are going to be Jerome Powell talking and giving out his statement and looking at core CPI, the consumer price index that'll come out early morning on Tuesday. And then you guys should also look at the import price index, federal funds rate announcement. That's the big thing I think most people are going to be looking at, right? And then on Thursday, we also have some retail sales coming in, initial jobless claims. If those are looking too good, that may give more ammo for the Fed again for the next rate hike after next week's, okay? So keep all of this in mind. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, if we do break down below this, that's why I get a little bit more worried because we're probably going to go back down to like the low 16,000s, if not the high 15,000s. But until that happens, I want you guys to think about Bitcoin as these zones. You see the resistance zone is up here, and you see the support zone is down here. Anywhere in the bottom, you can do some day trading and whatnot, but if you guys want to do those swing trades, it's best to buy a low, sell high. And on top of that, we're about to have a golden cross or a death cross here. You can see the daily chart just had a death cross, but we're so close to having a golden cross on the 4-hour chart primarily, where you see the 50 moving average about to cross above the 200, which hasn't happened since way back over here in October, late October, and that led us to a little bit of a rally before, again, we eventually tanked during this nasty, nasty bear market, and that kind of coincides with what we've been seeing as far as the NASDAQ is concerned. As far as this longer downtrend, we try to get above it, we try to do whatever we can, and we're just having too much trouble, fighting against it every single time. We just get rejected here, and it's not a good look, but this is a bear market. Don't be fooled. Things may get better over time, but that's going to be over time, not anytime soon. Thanks, everybody.